How's it? Welcome back to the channel. So I've been doing really good with my sleep here as of late, where I'm getting a solid like 7.5+ hours of time spent in bed most nights, which is a good like 90 minutes plus than what I have been averaging for the past year plus, as I've just gotten way too deep back into video games. For the past several nights at least, I've been setting aside time to read different dreaming books as I'm trying to find the next book I want to hop into now that we're about to wrap up James's book, The New Frontiers of Lucid Dreaming. I've been experimenting with time release B6 again. I've been keeping like a really detailed dream journal in the morning as well. And probably after like a month or so, when I collect enough data on it, I'll do a little recap of my findings using time release B6 again, although spoiler alert, it's been working pretty damn good like normal. But the main reason why I wanted to make this video is I started utilizing my modified wake back to bed technique the last several nights, and it's been working amazing. Like, not so much on the lucid dreaming front. The first night I did it, I had 3 lucid dreams in one night, which was great. But then the other 3 nights I've tried it, didn't get lucid at all. But what it has definitely done is it has exploded my dream recall. And it's to the point to where, okay, so most of the time, I can remember a good amount of my dreams, like, 3 to 5, 5 would be on the high end, but at least like 3 I can remember, and I can hold on to the majority of that, of the dream, at least from what I can remember, to journal in the morning. But now that I've been doing this modified wake back to bed thing, I'm remembering so much of these 3 to 5 dreams that I can't keep it all in my head, and it's getting hard for me to, not hard, it's like impossible for me to remember it all in the morning to journal. So I have to like pick and choose the parts that I want to actually record. It's even to the point, and I might do this tonight, I thought I was going to do it like this morning when I woke up, but when it comes to nighttime, I oftentimes change my mind. But what I want to do is maybe I'll even try start journaling in the middle of the night. Obviously not the whole dream, but just a few key things that I can try and do really quickly to at least jog my memory so I can get more of it recorded in the morning. If you don't know what my modified wake back to bed technique is, it's super simple. You basically just set multiple alarms throughout the night. Keep your phone or whatever your alarm is right next to you with the mellowish alarm or ringtone set up to it, so you can quickly get to it. You don't get jolted awake. Immediately turn it off and then go straight back to sleep. But then as you're going back to sleep, you want to set the intention to, once you get up, because you will obviously forget your dreams like that if you don't have this kind of habit built in. But every time your alarm goes off, wake up with the intention of immediately trying to recall as much of the dream you're coming out of, or the dreams from earlier in the night, that you can. And then as you're going back to sleep, replay that in your head to commit it to memory, and boom, that is it. I should also say though, kind of like the video I posted yesterday, where like I've really dialed in my going to sleep process. So like, say I can go to sleep at 1 a.m. like every single night forever, but then if at some point I have to like go to sleep at like 8 p.m. because I got to get up extra early, I have my sleeping process dialed in enough that I know exactly what I need to do to be able to do that easily. And similarly, when it comes to my lucid dreaming and or just dream work practice in general, I have that dialed in enough that I know exactly what I need to do to get all that shit cracking again. But then again, we are all a bit different, right? Just because time release B6 has been the best performing, most consistent, although it is a kind of subtle effect, but definitely is noticeable, a supplement for my dreaming practice. Maybe B6 doesn't work for you. Or maybe, let's say, if it comes to my modified wake back to bed technique, where for me, as long as I don't have to stay awake, I can wake up a lot throughout the night and then easily fall back asleep. But maybe for some people, you can't. But like, even if that is the case, I would still, suggest that you try experimenting with it, where say if you wake up anytime 5 hours or later past when you fell asleep, then you have a hard time falling asleep. Well, if that's the case, try experiment with when you wake up. So instead of setting a bunch of alarms, maybe just set like 1 or 2, and try set it, 2 hours after you fall asleep or 3 hours after you fall asleep, and see if you get up at that point. If then you could easily, turn your phone off really quickly and fall back asleep without getting stuck awake. So, I still think there's some room to kind of play in there and experiment with it and really see, in the end, what works for you, right? But anyway, that'll wrap it up. Until the next video, keep your sleeping practices and the lucid dreaming practice legit.